clarity. I hustle like my name is Garyvee. For more than the wealth and prosperity. Accountants are talking about equity. I'm Triple H giving the pedigree. That meaning I'm special, my specialty. I put in the work till I'm dirt in the earth. The move is for the turn of
Gonna get their attention. What we're doing here ain't just scary. It's about to be legendary.
So check this out. I just was in Austin, Texas. I'm now in Boston. I connected in Chicago. I'm gonna speak right now. I'm gonna go directly to the airport, fly to London, hotel, shower, 14-hour day. Sleep for 4 hours, fly to Lisbon, Portugal, shower, speak, leave, fly to Boston, Boston to New York, quick drinks meeting, go to sleep, wake up 5 o'clock in the next morning, go back to the airport, go to the Bahamas, catch Summit at sea, give a keynote, dock in Miami, land Saturday night. Even for me, that is some intense shit.
Simply, I'm just being honest. I'm just trying to fuck on you and hit the road. Simply, I'm just being honest. I'm just trying to fuck on you and hit the road. Simply, I'm just being honest. I'm just trying to fuck on you and hit the road. Can I get a handle on my emotions? I watch the demons come and go. I watch the demons come and go. I watch the demons come and go. They watch a nigga get the jump in his fuck 'em, I get the pulling out the road.
So what should we do, Garyvee? What should people do?
People should fucking stop complaining.
Right.
People should figure out who the fuck they are.
Good call.
People should not listen to America propaganda of fixing the shit they suck at. They should be tripling down on what they're good at. They should be competent in certain areas, but you're not gonna become Beyonce or, you know, like your bone structure is a certain way. Like you're not gonna solve everything. Your IQ can get a little bit better, but don't worry about the incremental. Figure out what you fucking puts you on fire and you're halfway decent at. If you're lucky enough right now to be listening and you're good at what you like, become tunnel fucking vision. Because there's way too many voices telling you what and how. And here's the other thing, and this is the big one, Joe, because you have a humongous audience. The biggest thing that I've seen dividends from, have the conversation with the person that's holding you back. The reason most people who are listening right now are not doing that thing is they're worried about the opinion of somebody, usually their mother, usually their father. And the reality is that your spouse may be the person holding you back, and you have to have that conversation. We have to get to a place where you're doing you, because the number one thing that scares the fuck out of me is regret. And you're gonna sit there at 72 and you're gonna say, I wish. And whether that's money or spend more time with your family, there's a million ways to do this. Not everybody wants to buy the jets. Not everybody wants to smoke weed on the beach in Bahamas. Like, everybody's got a different fucking thing. Figure out what your fucking thing is and stop making fucking bullshit excuses. Who the president is, your mom did this, like I missed it, I had that idea for Uber. Then why didn't you fucking do it, dick? How old are you?
I'm 26.
You got fucking time. It's a balance of regret and patience. Like, you can go hard for 3 years, do nothing right, wake up, and be young as fuck. You should really go to a retirement home one day and volunteer and just talk to them. It will make you want to do shit every minute of your life, because when you see regret in a man's eyes, it's fucking painful, because you can't do shit about it. When you're 90 and you're not mobile and you're tired and it's over, you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't build that company you wanted. You can't spend that time with your kid. It's regret. And it fucking drives the shit out of me. So when I was a young kid, I made a lot of money selling baseball cards and comic books and toys. And then I started working for my dad's business, and I was making, you know, when I was 22 to 28, I was making $35,000 to $55,000 a year, but I had no expenses. I didn't go on vacations. I didn't buy fancy things. So I saved my money. I saved my money. And then when I had hundreds of thousands of dollars. I didn't have millions. And by the time I was 33, 34, when I had that opportunity, I still not bought a home. I was still in an apartment. I was 33 years old and I was renting. And because I was saving cash to go on the offense. And so when I had a chance to invest in those companies, I put hundreds of thousands of dollars, not millions, but those hundreds made millions, made tens of millions. And so that's it, nothing crazy, I didn't have any crazy advantage. There's a lot of people that make $55,000 a year when they're 23. The problem is they go to Coachella and they want to buy a watch and they want to buy a BMW, and I didn't. So I ate shit for 13 years, and then I had a moment and I struck.
There are people who look up to you who don't do what you do.
You mean everybody? You mean everybody? They're like, do you know how many people tweet, hustle, and work 6 hours a day? Like, I know.
Serious.
I know.
I'm serious. Somebody I'm very close to today asked me about my schedule, and I told them the schedule, and then they asked me, well, why are you up so early?
Yeah. Let's move to the next question before I get angry. By the way, real quick, I got angry. If you ever say to somebody else, why are you up so early? That is the quickest tell to you are not a winning player. If that has ever crossed your mind, you've lost. I know tens of thousands of people, and I know thousands of people extremely well, and I know hundreds of people deeply well. There is no correlation between how much money someone makes and their level of happiness. I have friends who make $47,000 a year and are the happiest people I know. Their work-life balance is on point, they're part of 2 soccer teams, they play video games, they watch every show they want, they take 2 vacations that they scrap together, and they're freaking happy as hell. And I know tons of people who I grew up with in the Silicon Valley boom who have hundreds of millions of dollars in their bank account and are as miserable and as lonely and as broken as you'll ever see. So I implore all of you to please reverse engineer and figure out who you are and figure out what level of monetizing and stuff you need and what level of creativity you need. I promise you one thing that will catch you very off guard. I should be way more rich. I leave money on the table every day. I've left ungodly amounts of money on the table. I spend tons of times sending DMs and engaging with people, meeting people randomly and not cashing in. I actually believe the statement I'm about to make. I think that I love the journey and the game of entrepreneurship so much that I have subconsciously sabotaged my financial upside to make sure I can play this a little longer, because I fear if the numbers keep getting too big, eventually it will take the fun out of it. When you are lucky enough, like I am, to actually do something that you love so much, do something that puts pressure against the one thing you care about besides it, which is the time I spend with my family. My family is my whole life. And being this and doing this is the only thing that cuts into that. I couldn't breathe if I wasn't an entrepreneur. I didn't breathe when I wasn't an entrepreneur. That's the reason I got D's and F's in school, because I just couldn't be me. And I'm not capable of that. And so I think being here excites me, because I think coming to not LA, San Francisco, New York, London is always more fun for me. It always feels a little more practical. It always feels like there's a little bit more chips on the shoulder, which is what I have. But I want to remind everybody, just because you didn't grow up with a trust fund, just because you don't live in Silicon Valley, the market doesn't care. If you're good enough, you will win.
My cousin is at the airport, she needs her identity card. Could you give me a ride?
Yes, you can come.
Thank you so much.
Let's go.
Gary,
Matt.
5 words for success.
Yeah. All right, where am I going? 5 words? What?
5 words for success.
You're gonna die. I did that one. Hustle, baby. It's patience. When you're young, all of you guys fuck up because you want it so bad too soon. I didn't do I fucking worked 20 hours a day until I was 30 and didn't talk to anybody. Waited.
Thank you, man.
You guys want it today.
Yes.
You gotta wait. You know, how old are you?
21.
And I'm double your age. Like, you live a whole nother fucking life and you're my age. And you want it tomorrow. You gotta put in real work. You're not gonna come up with some idea.
Do you think that
real work.
The knowledge that do you think the knowledge that you get in university will be helpful in the real world?
No. But if you want to get a job, yeah. But not if you're building businesses.
My parents I fucking quit.
You're scared that your brother will judge you, your wife, your girlfriend, your husband, and most scary, your mom or your dad. You need to eliminate that and/or own that fear and put yourself in a position to succeed. Because with all of this, we are now in the greatest era. For the first time ever, with no fucking money, with no goddamn connections, this can put you on the map. If you're good enough, if you are good enough to be up here, to make bling bling, if you are good enough, nobody's stopping you. Nobody. If you're a fucking alien, the market doesn't give a fuck. If you make the best shit, you will win. Do you know how sucky it was to be a nerd 20 years ago? But now the market is rewarding fucking nerds, and now they're rock stars. Clap it up if you're a fucking nerd. The best part about that was some dude was clapping for it, and I said, clap it up and fucking nerd. He was like, it's awesome.
What was it during your coming up, your rising and grind? What did you do methodically every single day? Tell me what you did when you were 15, your first 90 minutes, when you got up in your last 90 minutes, to what you did today. Has it changed? Because you always got educated somewhere, so you cared about what somebody was sharing because you could absorb it one another.
So the one consistent in my life, I used to have nightmares. This is actually something I've never said. I used to have nightmares, and it was a very reoccurring nightmare for me. It was that my family and I were going back to Belarus on a plane, and the plane would crash. And every time, different people from my family, usually 1 to 3 people, would survive. It was very dark, and like probably in modern parenting, like my parents would be forced to send me somewhere to like check out what was wrong with me, but it was consistent. I would tell you I had that dream 50 times. The reason I tell you that story, and the reason you asked the question in an interesting way, 15 and now, the only consistent in my life has been perspective and gratitude. It's the only consistent in my life. Why I'm saying perspective and gratitude. Every morning I wake up and I make pretend that my mother or children or wife die. Every day. Every day, I did it today. I quickly flash in my mind what it would feel like, because I'm very in tune with myself, if my son Xander, who's 4 years old, got hit by a car, like crossing the street. I promise you, if you're in touch with your feelings and you can trick yourself to feel it, even right now I felt it a little bit and it really fucking hurts, like, nothing else matters. I'm completely driven by gratitude. I keep things in very simple perspective. I went up with a very lovely lady in the elevator. She goes, do you know how many people you inspire? I go, I sure do. I'm thrilled and very in tune with my ego. I'm also very thrilled and in tune with my humility. I think I'm the best, and I think that if I disappear tomorrow, nobody really gives a shit. And so that yin and yang is very important to me. And so what I do consistently and have for 30 years now is I keep things in perspective. This feels real nice, admiration, fams, selfies, but I don't know. I've got it very I understand what it is.